Hi beauties, welcome back to Making It Up with Vera Cosmetics. I'm Portia. In the last few weeks, we've been making lipsticks, liquid lipsticks. However, in this video, I will be showing you how to make the easy peasy lip gloss. So let's make it up. Okay, so I've already measured out all of our ingredients. So we're just gonna go ahead and, get things mixed up. And like I would say, remember to, wear your gloves if you're planning to resell. Sanitize all of your equipment before using. Tie back your hair, of course, if you're planning to resell. All right, so now that we have that tidbit over and done, let's get to it. Okay, so first, let's see. We're going to have about 2 tablespoons of natural coconut oil. We're going to put this over here instead. And I'll go ahead and show you what I use, which was purchased from Amazon. Good stuff. We have 2 tablespoons of shea butter that we'll be using, which I purchased from TKB, as you might have guessed. One of my go-tos, as you know. All right, now 2 tablespoons, well, 1 tablespoon of TKB oil fusion. And that's just a light oil to keep your lips nice and smooth. All right, and as for our next ingredient, we have, of course, our vitamin E oil. And I think you'll use this ingredient in just about every lip gloss or lipstick that you make. All right, next is 1 tablespoon of isododecane. One of my favorite ingredients, because if you're like me and you prefer a matte lipstick, this is your product here, your ingredient. Okay. And now 1 tablespoon of polyisoprene, also purchased from TKB. Okay. That's okay. So we'll only use about 1/2 tablespoon of that since we accidentally spilled some, which is okay. No harm, no foul. All right, next we have 1 tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil. And I bet you're wondering, I'm seeing you use all of these ingredients, but how do you make your lip gloss nice and, I like to say, sticky, because that's, what lip glosses are. They're, sticky and thick. But hold on, we're going to get to that. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to let this sit in our on our hot plate and let the coconut oil and the shea butter melt. And I'm going to give this a quick stir. Okay. Okay, beauties. So now that the shea butter and the coconut oil has finally melted, we're going to add some fragrance to give it a nice, good smell. I have here blood orange, which smells awesome. And I'm only going to do about 1 milliliter. Again, this was purchased from TKB Trading. No, Making Cosmetics. Yeah. All right, and I have here some vanilla flavoring oil. So when you lick your lips, of course, it tastes like vanilla. Tastes pretty good. Just don't eat it. All right, so I'll only do about 1 milliliter of this as well. And this one was purchased from TKB Trading. And now we're going to add our preservative. Only about 3 drops. That will do you good. I'll put the rest here. Purchased from yours truly, TKB Trading. One of my go-to spots for all of my raw ingredients. All right, so we're going to give this a quick stir. It smells so good. All right, so now we're going to pour only half of this mixture into this little storage container where I purchased from Amazon. Keep it nice and safe and ready for me to use it later. Because it, you know, I wouldn't need to use all of this for one batch of lip glosses. Okay, just a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna set this aside for later. And for this, I'm gonna pour here in my bowl. And now, for what you've been waiting for, we have our gluten-free vegan polybutene, which is going to give it that nice sticky gloss texture. And I'm actually going to bring this back over so I can use it for measuring purposes. So I only want about 100 milliliters of this, which is a lot. Let's do 150. I want to make sure it's nice and glossy for you. Okay. Again, purchased from TKB Trading. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to dump this mixture, pour this mixture over into our base. Keep scraping until you've gotten it all, so we don't waste product over here. Okay, now, instead of using my spatula, I'm going to use this nice handheld blender where I purchased from Amazon. Comes a handy, nice, quick tool to get the job done. Mix it up real quick before adding any colorant, just to make sure the texture is, what we want. Make sure it's glossy enough for you. Okay. Pretty glossy, but it's not as thick as I would want it to be. So I'm going to add some more polybutene. Just enough to where I feel like it's going to do the job. It's very thick, hence the reason I'm kind of struggling to get it out. Okay. I think that's good enough. Okay. Take our handy dandy handheld blender. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting to like this texture a lot. Okay. All right, so let me give it a test. That's nice. Put this aside. That's really nice. Oh, and it feels even better. Look at that. Nice and moisturizing. I love it. All right. So now for the final piece of this puzzle process, let's add our colorant. All right, so we're going to do 1 tablespoon of magenta mica, tomato. Okay. Not 1 tablespoon, but yes, actually 1 tablespoon. I love for my lip glosses to be very pigmented. However, for this video, we're only going to do a lip gloss that's slightly tinted. Okay. But since we have, a nice size base here, we're required to use a little bit more mica. All right, now I'm going to use some Rascally Rose pigment that I bought from TKB Trading. And we're going to use all of this, actually. It's about ½ teaspoon, which, as you can tell, we wouldn't need much. And finally, we're gonna use some glitter, rose glitter. Also purchased from TKB Trading. We're actually only gonna use 1 teaspoon of this. Okay. All right, now it's time to mix again. Ease into it slowly. Because the pigments will start flying everywhere, which is why it's actually a good idea to wear a face covering when you're mixing the colorant. And I usually do, but I guess I got too fancy today. Look at these colors, ladies and gentlemen, my beauties. Look at it. Just wonderful. And I love a pink any day. Pink is my favorite color, as you can tell. This looks absolutely amazing. Okay, so enough stirring. We're gonna give it one last test, even though I'm pretty sure I'm satisfied with the outcome. And yes, I am. Look at that. What a tint. What a tint. Love it. Just nice. Okay, beauties. It's time to tube this. Okay. So we're gonna take our syringe and the pipette. We're gonna cut up to the 2 milliliter line and discard the rest. Attach the pipette to the end of the syringe and then fill the syringe. I'm only going to fill 1 tube, so it's not going to take much. And I don't plan to resell this. Okay. Now that we're done filling, I'm going to put the rest of this back into the mixture. Right. I'm going to change my gloves. so that I won't continue to get the lip gloss everywhere. Now I'm gonna insert top of the lip gloss tube. Okay. There you have it. A nice tinted lip gloss. Let you see how it comes on. It's nice. With a nice soft tint. Okay, beauties. We've made our very first lip gloss, tinted lip gloss. All right. Okay, beauties. Now that you made your very first tinted lip gloss, meet me back here next week for another fun-filled video with yours truly. Until then, like, subscribe, and share. And remember, you are loved and you are infinitely